My 2000 years old circles of slavery have been broken, and in their place I have found a sovereignty. The Guru teaches true wisdom is fearless without aggression. The wise person, as we leave this seminar hall, each of us carries a small chadar within us. வணக்கம். மானமும் அறிவும் மனிதனுக்கு அழகு என்று சொன்ன தந்தை பெரியார் அவர்களை வணங்கி, ஓ டமாரா ராஜ் துமாரா நஹி சலேகா which was telling by Manuwad Kanshiram ji. First of all, I pay my respect to the land of self-respect. Thandai Periyar, and as well as political scientist Manuwad Kanshiram ji. First of all, I pay my respect to both the icon who lift our community from poor as a path sai. Vaheguru ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki Fateh. Respected elders, dear friends and fellow human rights activists. Before I begin my address, I wish to remember Bhai Sahib Singh, who came to this region in 1699. He was born into an oppressed community, yet he voluntarily offered his head to play the game of love so that a human dignity could be upheld and liberated. It is truly awe-inspiring for me to stand and speak in the place touched by such a sacrifice. It is not only a great honor to stand before you today and speak about the leader whose courage rose above religion, region, and even time. It is also an honor to speak about a dignity that still inspires us. That leader is the 9th Guru of the Sikhs, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. His life and sacrifice should never be limited to Sikh history. They stand as a universal declaration of human dignity, a freedom of conscience, and the right of every person to believe without fear. Today let us meditate about the title, Srishti Ki Chadar, Saga a captivating the simple-hearted. Guru Tegh Bahadur, a fiduciary of human rights. Just I am a student of Sikhi, a seeker, a still learning, till growing, and will remain until my journey here is completed. Sikh speaks to me in countless ways, but the one truth that makes me my head to my Guru is this: the Guru ways and manners forces on the lowest of the lowly, impress them, and turns them into the king ready to serve society. Niche oj kare mera Govind. My 2000 years old circles of slavery have been broken, and in their place I have found a sovereignty, dignity, freedom, most importantly, the history of Guru's still courage even in a small person like me. Now we will reflect on the world we lived in, the value he taught, the verses that revealed his inner philosophy, the story of his supreme sacrifice, and most importantly, what that sacrifice means for today's human rights struggle in India and across the world. Let me begin with a simple image. Let us all imagine a small, honest, humble space, a kind and welcoming place where people from every caste, religion, and background could walk in freely. They could sit, learn, eat, talk, and be treated as equals. This place become a refugee. This place become a refugee for the simple-hearted, the poor, the oppressed, and those searching for dignity and self-respect, people call that Guru Sacha Padsha, the true sovereign, not because he ruled kingdoms, but because he restored the self-respect of countless people who came into his presence. From this, a small place began a quiet but powerful revolution, a revolution of moral courage, conscience, consciousness, and human equality. To try to understand this greatness, we must first understand the times in which he lived. In the 17th century, Mughal Emperor under Aurangzeb was a period of intense political and religious pressure. Power has tied closely with ideology. Forced conversion and communal intimidation were tearing many communities apart. When the Kashmir Pandits, scholars, priests, and ordinary families lost all protection and faced a violent pressure to convert, the first approached many Sangaracharyas. They approached many Sangaracharyas and Brahmin spiritual leader, but in their deepest despair, they finally came to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. They did not come to him because he belonged to their caste or faith. They came because he had already shown that he stood firmly for the voiceless, the oppressed, and anyone whose basic rights were under attack. The Guru represents the house of Guru Granth Sahib, a house of Nanak, a house of Ravidas, a house of Kabir, the house whose foundation were built upon the mountains of courage of Guru Arjun and his defiance against the mighty of society, the rulers. Guru only business on this planet is to uplift the voiceless. Once again, I wanted to repeat this one. Guru's only business on this planet is to uplift the voiceless. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji life placed a powerful moral question before the world. When the state demands that a person surrender his conscience, when the community is ordered to give up its identity, beliefs, or dignity, who will stand up and say no? Who will defend the person's inner freedom, a freedom that no king, no army, no government has the right to take away? Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji answered his question not with theory, but with action. He rose as a shield for a people with whom he had no blood relation. He gave his life so that a people could remain alert to any ideology that threatened their freedom, so that the right to be a different could be protected, and so that the dignity of those who valued equality could remain secure. His sacrifice was not for one community alone. His sacrifice was not for one community alone. Centuries before the world even used the term human rights, his life stood as a universal declaration of the human rights. Today, as we gather here, at a time when many communities in India and around the world still facing discrimination, fear, intimidation, and oppression, Tegh Bahadur Ji's message remains politically urgent, socially relevant, and deeply inspiring. What does his sacrifice remind us of? A nation is truly strong only when its minorities feel safe. The state has no right to control the conscience of its citizens. Human rights are not privilege given by government. Human rights are not privilege given by government. They are fundamental and non-negotiable rights. True leadership is when you stand up for others even when it is danger. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's message is simple. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's message is very, very simple. Human dignity is supreme. Human dignity is supreme. Conscience and consciousness are sacred. Freedom is belief is a universal right. This is the political language. This is the political language of justice. This is the moral language of humanity. This is the legacy we must carry forward in every human rights today. Guru Tegh Bahadurji answered many human rights questions through his one life. But to understand the strength of his answer, we must listen to the voice of his teachings. His verses that reflect his moral and spiritual clarity. These verses are not merely devotional lines. There are political instructions. There are political instruction, ethical principles, and living guidance for everyone who stands against oppression. Among them, 4 verses in particular reveal in the foundation on which the supreme sacrifice was built. In Guru Granth Sahib, Slok 16, page number 1427, the one who does not give threats to anyone, the one who does not give threats to anyone, nor accept threat from others, Nanak said, listen, O mind, call that alone a wise. The Guru teaches the true wisdom. The Guru teaches true wisdom is fearless, without aggression. The wise person neither bullies nor bow down before bullies. This is not a weakness. It is independent dignity. It is an independent dignity, the mindset of free human being. This stands directly against the politics of fear used by authority and rulers. The society shaped by such a teaching does not oppress the weak, does not surrender its consciousness to the power, does not compromise its values. The kind of fearlessness prepare the community to face injustice without anger or hatred. The second one is in Guru Granth Sahib Slok 51, page number 1428. Worry for that which is unexpected, Nanak states. It is the way of the world. No one is permanent here. The Guru reminds us that life is temporary. Is nothing lost forever. Then a standing for truth becomes more important than personal safety. These lines prepare the mind of moral courage. The last, the Guru Granth Sahib says that, Slok 53, strength is lost, bondage have grip, nothing is happening by making effort. Nanak states, now it is support, render help like the elephant. And another slok, Guru Granth Sahib Slok 54, page number 1428, the spiritual strength has been a bondage, have been removed. Everything happens by making effort. Nanak states, everything is in your hand. You alone come to help. Human efforts plus divine support, moral action, these two teachings from cycle. Together this idea creates the moral DNA of the Khalsa. Fearlessness, clarity, courage, duty and service. Turning to history, a test arrives. Guru Tegh Bahadurji faced a direct moral test when a small group of Kashmiri Pandits threatened with forced conversion arrived in Anandapur Sahib. He could have avoided the situation. He could have negotiated. He could have remained silent. Instead, he chose the path of principled resistance. He traveled to Delhi not to fight the empire with weapons, but to appeal its conscience. He went not as a rebel, but as a protector. Aurangzeb and the official Brahminical forces around him gave the Guru a crucial choice. Live by giving up your faith. Live by giving up your faith, or stand firm for the principle and die. Guru Tegh Bahadurji and companions by Mathidas, by Satidas, by they all choose courage. They accepted unimaginable torture rather than betray the freedom of conscience. Now I wanted to cut off some points because of our G. Come here. The larger struggle in front of us, that is Begampura Khalsa Raj. The victims of Brahminical Manudharma have always been the Shudras. Bahujan majority Nowhere else in the world does a microscope community, only 3%, that community ruled the majority, though a religious policy designed to enslave them. The truth is simple. India's oppressed suffer not from the external enemy, but from their inherited social order. I am coming from the land of Periyar, might be aware. He was the first person started anti-Brahminical movement in India. Tamil Nadu is the only state in this country, a Brahmin-free assembly. So, India oppressed suffer not from the external enemy, from their inherited social order. Bhakti Ravidas' dream of Begampura, a city without sorrow, a city without discrimination, can emerge only when the Bahujan majority rise to dignity. Just as Anandapur emerges fully only when Khalsa consciousness awakens. Just as Anandapur emerges fully only when Khalsa consciousness awakens. This was the vision of Sahib Kanshiram ji, who raised the Asian Buddhist slogan, Bahujan Hitaya, Bahujan Sukhaya, for the welfare of many. He saw the dangers of allowing Manuist ideology to enslave 85% of the population. The British came with the army. But could not colonize our mind. The Mughals built kingdoms, but could not rule our conscience. But the Brahminical order came without an army, but colonized the brain and very center of freedom. Even today, though we speak of rights, the political key of the oppressed remain in the pocket of Manuist force in Delhi. This is why I travel across India under the banner of Begampura Khalsa Raj. Only when the Begampura becomes a reality can the Khalsa, the fearless sovereign, just truly blossom. Only then will the people states the spirit of Anandapur, a nation grounded in equality and justice. Our duty is very clear. Establish the Begampura Khalsa as the alternate political, social, moral vision of India. Take this message street by street, village by village, university by university, until every Bahujan heart awakens. This and this alone is the true tribute to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, the martyrdom of human consciousness. If Sikhi forgets their main principles, equality, courage and service, then we will again fall into the same caste division and the Guru came to break. Do not become what Guru came to destroy. I want to appeal you that do not become what the Guru came to destroy. I want to ask you a simple but serious question. Why have you not impressed a 33%, the so-called of Punjabs? Yes, look at number. 1 out of every 3 Punjabis belong to the oppressed caste. The same people the Guru loved. The same people who protected a Sikhi when other could not. They have we. Who talk so much about the future of Sikhi, left them on our own. While Christian missionaries walk into their streets and homes and take the people we should have stood with. Why was there no love from us? Why was there no equality from us? Now imagine something simple. What will happen if you go to your village, meet those brothers and sisters and give them the respect and love they have waited for you? The day we lifted the lowest among us, that day the Khalsa will rise again, strong, bright and unshakable. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, Srishti Ki Chadar, is known as the protector of creation in my view. In my understanding, I am coming from the land of Periyar, it is my understanding that he is the protector of simple hearted. He is the protector of simple hearts, the protector of the oppressed. The chadar includes everyone. You also having a chadar. That chadar, it does not ask for your dignity. It does not ask for your identity. As we leave this seminar hall, Each of us carries a small chadar within us. Our chadar is made up of our action, our choice, our courage. Will our chadar protect our oppressed? Or will it protect those who rule with the fear and dictator of Delhi Manuwad? Is our chadar against the game of love or game of hate? Is our chadar resistant to Brahminical discrimination or helping it grow? If we truly respect and love Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, then our action must be reflected. Go and meet a people who are suffering in the name of the caste. They are longing for your love. They are waiting for your embrace. Unite the Gurdwaras, divided in the name of caste into one community space.